Tuesday, June 4th. It is absolutely gorgeous in my neighborhood. And if it's gorgeous at this hour in my neighborhood, the entirety of the greater San Francisco Bay Area is just bathing in sundress conditions. It's glorious out there. Welcome back to the Damon Bruce Show, brought to you by Ike Sandwiches. It's fantastic having you here. Like and subscribe right now, and you won't even have to worry about doing that on your way out of the show today. But wonderful to have you back here. Thanks so much for stopping on by. And at the risk of my own, views here, I'm leading with a baseball thumbnail because we have to have a little talk about these San Francisco Giants before we move on to some other things here on the show. So look, we've seen the Giants come up against the best of the best of the best and not measure up in baseball. Now they are flirting with their longest losing streak of the entire year. As a matter of fact, 5, I believe, is their longest losing streak of the year, and Kyle Harrison is going to try to prevent it from getting to 6 tonight. They got walked off in Arizona, a game-ending home run by the Diamondbacks. It was a night off for Duvall, and Duvall's been a little shaky lately, and Rodriguez served it up, and just a rough few games here for the San Francisco Giants. And I think maybe more than anything else, what everyone needs to admit, not that there was a lot of lying about this, they don't have the it factor. They don't. The Giants are absolutely lacking that it factor. Whatever that it factor is, they ain't got it. They are a fine baseball team. Like, they're nothing to brag about. They're not a flaming embarrassment in any way, shape, or form. They just are. They just exist in the realm of Major League Baseball. They can play with the rank and file, but when the heavyweights come into town, it's a whole different ball game. What I like about the team, there are some things about this team that I do like. I like the 3 amigos. I like the 3 young guys. I like Chapman. I like Estrada. I like Wade when he's healthy. Conforto, when he's right, is a pretty good player. Jung-Hoo Lee was making a good first impression, overpay aside. Patrick Bailey, Wisely, maybe Casey Schmidt. We'll find out, a little bit more. Everyone else, though, it feels like on this team is just a guy holding space for someone that might be better. And that's the mind-numbing, frustrating thing about the Giants, because they've been on the edge of getting better or worse, and it feels like they really can't decide which way they want to go. Getting worse in the name of testing out some young players and maybe even getting better all at the same time. Like, I can't help but come back to think that Ramos, Matos, and Luciano, 3 of the most interesting things going on this season, wouldn't be here if Farhan had his way. They'd still be toiling in the minors. It's injuries that promoted them, not bright ideas. Pitching-wise, look, Webb, Hicks, Doval, like them all very much. I like Ryan Walker. I think this Eric Miller guy's not too bad. Again, Kyle Harrison, he's got a lot of potential. I would not trust him in a big game, not yet. But Kyle Harrison, obviously, is someone who could definitely matter. I think Jelly is okay. He's interesting. The Rogers brothers, okay. They're all right. They serve their purpose. Nothing insulting about those guys, really. Everyone else on this system should be on the trading table. Everybody else should be part of an idea to either land Vladimir Guerrero Jr. or Pete Alonso in San Francisco. They need a bat. They need a bat of consequence. And don't tell me like, hey, you put a big bat in the middle of the lineup, all they're going to do is walk them. Great. You need base runners too. Great. That's fine. That's fine. If you got an automatic 90 feet every 8 times, You're every 8 hitters, you're going to just keep on walking Pete Alonso or Vladimir. Great. Get him on base. Get him on, get him over, get him in. So Giants and Diamondbacks, again, walked it off last night, did Arizona. That was a rough one, right at the bottom of the 9th there. It's a 5-game losing streak. You don't want to go to 6. Don't want to go to 6. We'll see what you can do. See what you can do. Cheers. Sip of the day coming right up. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not a day where you need a lot of hot coffee. It's gorgeous outside. Probably should have grabbed the water, but here we are. Let's see. What else we got going on? We got the Mariners in Oakland Forget about that, though. What I want to tell you about is joining the Damons and Line 51 and the Last Dive Bar guys at Line 51, the brewery there in Oakland. Come on out this Friday from noon to 3. Damon Bruce, Damon M, and Delora. We can't wait to see you. We're going to have a great time screwing John Fisher. I mean, not literally, but, you know, we're going to talk about him like he deserves to be, for sure. And he does. I don't know if you've seen this latest, what is going on here, but a reverse boycott party starts at noon at Line 51. Come out and join us this Friday in Oakland. It should be a really, really good time. So look, Howard Schultz of the Nevada Independent has the latest on the A's moving to Las Vegas. And stop me if you heard this one before. It's complicated, and the A's seem to be getting in their own way. How about this for a story? The Oakland A's are requesting to play up to 8 home games a season away from the team's future $1.5 million Las Vegas ballpark, a move that could significantly undercut the financial projections presented last year when the team sought $380 million in public financing for the project. In other words, the A's are saying, we need a brand new stadium in Las Vegas in order to survive. And now they're saying that brand new stadium in Las Vegas won't be enough to attract, so they got to go on some sort of a continental local barnstorming tour where they're playing around Nevada or playing in overseas games. They got to build that brand. Unbelievable. A's president Dave Kaval said the idea of holding 8 games outside of Las Vegas was a way to build the team's brand, promote the club, and attract players and sponsors. I thought that's what moving to Las Vegas was going to do automatically. And now you're already willing to give away 10% of the season in your brand new $1 billion stadium because you got to attract some fans? What, are you kidding me? How do you even say this stuff out loud? How is Dave Kaval allowed to represent this team out loud in a public forum in any way, shape, or form? So they need a new stadium, and in order to get people in that new stadium, which the entire premise of building this new stadium is it would be full 81 dates a year. Don't even need to worry about it. At capacity, 81 days a year. Oh, excuse the Oakland A's. They mean more like, a tenth of their schedule won't even be played in this brand new stadium that's being built for them, if it ever does get built for them. What clowns they are. That's unbelievable. That's really unbelievable. I'm telling you, if Nevada, if you are smart, you are going to get out of the A's business as fast as humanly possible. You are going to get out of the doing business with John Fisher business, the Dave Kaval business, and you are going to hold on to your precious market to give to another major league owner who actually knows what they are doing, because the ownership group in Oakland / soon to be Sacramento has no idea what they're doing. No clue what they're doing. Watch them go up to Sacramento and get stuck there. Watch them get stuck there. Watch it all fall apart. Let it happen. Let it happen just so we can sit back and laugh. Oh, my God. I saw that this morning. I'm like, oh, my God. Seriously? You want to give away a tenth of your home schedule in your brand new stadium that you're going to relocate to? What? What? You want to attract some fans to a baseball game? How about put some major league ball players on your major league roster? Why don't you do that? The talk that there isn't a lot of A's fans. There are not a lot of A's fans left in Oakland, nor should there be, the way that they've been abused, the way that they've been treated. There are no A's fans in the state of Nevada. None. Maybe a couple who were A's fans, relocated to Vegas, and they're just there. But that's a small handful of people, a much smaller handful of people than the handful of Raiders fans that existed in Las Vegas to begin with. Just come on now. That is insane. got to go on a barnstorming tour to, again, Dave Cavill said the idea of holding 8 games outside of Las Vegas was a way to build the team's brand, promote the club, and attract players and sponsors. How about being the first baseball team in Las Vegas with a glorious new stadium doing all of those things? Isn't that the formula that you're seeking? Unbelievable. These sons of bitches are just unbelievable. But enough about them. Let's go on to a few things that people actually care about, namely 49ers minicamp news. Larry Krueger and yours truly going to be back on Wake Up Wednesday, 8:45 a.m. West Coast time, and it'll be a shorter Wake Up because when Wake Up is over, I'm hopping in my car and I'm going down to Santa Clara to put my eyes on this team for the first time in 2024. Going to take a look at training camp, going to get some video, going to get a couple interviews while we're down there, going to bring you down to Santa Clara, and we will be having a show later in the day somehow, some way, here on Damon Bruce Plus. We'll maybe go live somehow, some way, right from Santa Clara, a meeting room, a parking lot, a corner. I don't know. I don't care. We'll probably go live down there some way, somehow. And look, we'll have some things to talk about. And we got some good news. You want to talk about good for ball? Christian McCaffrey, who was not at voluntary OTAs, who a lot of people said was not going to be showing up this offseason because of he's not really happy with his contract. He's getting married. It's okay. McCaffrey, he'll be there week one, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Christian McCaffrey is going to be there. He is there right now. He's in Santa Clara right now, and that is good for the 49ers because Christian McCaffrey is a tone setter, a real leader. And when you watch training camp, if I could bring you all to training camp with me, the first thing you would notice when you were watching some offensive drills play out is, who is that one guy who keeps on running like he's trying to bring everything to the house on a kickoff? It's not enough for Christian McCaffrey to seek his way in shorts and pads to a decent gain. He's got to sprint 50 yards after it. This guy sets the tone. If you're a rookie, like let's say you're Garendo, you're Schneider, you are a new guy on this team, and you're watching Christian McCaffrey, a man who has proven everything you can prove as a running back in this league, basically, work that hard this late in his career in training camp, boy, does it set you right. It sets the right tone. So it's great that Christian McCaffrey is down with the 49ers as minicamp opens in Santa Clara. Looking forward to getting down there on Wednesday myself. Obviously, Brandon Ayuk not in attendance as expected. The time to get that deal done was before the Justin Jefferson deal was done. The time to trade him was before the draft. Both of those timelines have ended. Now it's the time to sign Brandon Ayuk. There's really no going back now as far as I'm concerned. So figure the money out and get him in there. If you missed today's practice, that was a waste. That was a waste of camp reps with his quarterback in his quarterback's first full off season. I didn't say that was important. Kyle Shanahan said that was important. So Kyle Shanahan, the general manager, needs to start listening to Kyle Shanahan, the coach. You have painted yourself into the Brandon Ayuk is on this team corner, because to flip him now for no discernible asset that can help you win in 2024, if you could trade Brandon Ayuk for a body that is on the field getting significant snaps in 2024, I still wouldn't like it, but at least you'd have some significant snaps. You cannot be trading Brandon Ayuk for future trade value. You can't trade him for future picks. That's not going to help you in a year where you're trying to win it all. And in a year you're trying to win it all, George Kittle also still dealing with the recovery of a core surgery that he had. He's not at training camp, but he's not the only experienced tight end in that tight end room anymore. Yesterday, Monday, the 49ers broke the news that they are adding Logan Thomas to back up George Kittle. Veteran tight end Logan Thomas is a guy who's played in about 100 NFL games, and that's what they need as George Kittle's understudy. More than promise or a young rookie who may become something someday, you need snaps from that position right now. And again, nearly 100 NFL games under his belt. The guy's a professional tight end. He's been a captain in the NFL. He had a 55 catch, near 500 yard season with 4 touchdowns with the Commanders just last season. He is an above average blocker. He's an above average pass catcher. He has started an awful lot of games at tight end. I think he started 14 games for the Commanders just last season. So to cast him as your Kittle understudy, I think is a great signing. That's a great signing for the 49ers. They needed that. They could not go into this year with a tight end room that was Kittle and a bunch of untested, unproven rookie or second-year tight ends who, just like the rookies, have yet to catch a pass in the league. They needed something more. And look, Logan Thomas is enough of a backup tight end that can actually play the position to where all of a sudden 2 tight end sets become a little something more for Kyle Shanahan to play with. So I like the Logan Thomas signing an awful lot. You should as well. I think that's a good move for the 49ers. I didn't think they were going to add a player of that ilk this late into the game, but there you go. I like that an awful lot. Before we move on to a couple of other things, really looking forward to covering training camp tomorrow. Before I head down to training camp, I should probably order myself a little lunch. Maybe have it waiting for me as soon as the show ends. Go upstairs, eat a sandwich before I hit the road. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a brand new promo code to get you a bag of chips and a free drink when you order Ike's over the next few days. That is beginning on June 5th. Today is June 4th, so we will get you the new promo code starting tomorrow, and I hope you use it to thank my sponsors for supporting this channel. My man Ike's got something delicious waiting for you, and I want you to think of Ike's not only for lunch, but for dinner. I mean, they got some serious sandwiches down there that'll fill you up as much as a 4-course meal ever could. So, Ike's, it ain't just for lunch anymore. See, I took lunch and Ike's, I put them together. I got likes. By the way, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Think of Ike's for dinner. Eh? And then, of course, you want a little nightcap, get yourself to the Dubliner in West Portal. My man Kenny is ready to pour you a tall, cool one. Get yourself 1, get yourself 2, get yourself 3. Enjoy. Don't drive. Muni pot drops you right off front. There it is. Hop on that Muni train. Let San Francisco take you home. Let San Francisco bring you to the bar. My man Kenny at the Dubliner in West Portal. My guy. And go and get yourself a delicious Guinness. Do it today. A Guinness from Kenny and a sandwich from Ike's. Like and subscribe. And that's how this little ecosystem continues to support itself. Beautiful. Mwah. I believe that's the second chef's kiss of today's show. Hold on, another sip. Oh, that's good. So, I was going to make a couple of videos today, but now I'm not. I'm gonna play hooky. Matt, if you're watching, Matt, who works for, he runs Creative West, guy who does an awful lot of my editing and my videos. Matt, you should take the rest of the day off too, man. It is freaking gorgeous out there. It's a get outside, go outside day in the Bay Area. So I'm not going to sit here in my basement studio recording videos. Not today. No. It's too nice outside. What's the point of working for yourself if you don't know when to totally blow off work? What are we, animals? I got an interesting story, though. It feels like it's, one of those personal stories. Didn't know about it, learned about it through BSO, Black Sports Online. My man Robert Littall's got a great website, and he uncovers little nuggets that I didn't know about. How about this? Very interesting story from Planet Football. Or maybe not at all. We'll find out. Only the future will tell us. Apparently, Patrick Mahomes Sr., Patrick Mahomes' dad, who was a major league pitcher, he had himself an out-of-wedlock relationship. He had himself a side chick. And he's got a son out of wedlock. In other words, Patrick Mahomes has a half-brother. who is out there right now, a younger half brother that I didn't know about until this story. His name is Graham Walker. He's been playing football at Brown. So the one thing we know about Graham for sure, other than I see a picture of him, and you can see he looks like Patrick Mahomes. He does. He looks like his dad. He looks like his half brother. He must be a smart cookie. They ain't letting, open mouth breathers into Brown, that's for sure. And then they don't get to transfer into Rice, and that's what he's doing. He's a 6'3", 215-pound wide receiver coming off a 44-catch, 650-yard season with 6 touchdowns at Brown, and he transferred to Rice. So he's going to be an Owl his senior year. He's got that Mahomes blood in his DNA. Kind of an interesting. I didn't think you could sneak a half brother of the most, ballyhooed quarterback in the NFL past us for several years, but that's exactly what happened. Graham Walker, wide receiver, Rice. Just a name to keep an eye on this coming college football season. Let's see if that guy's, nature versus nurture doesn't have him ending up in the NFL. I could tell you the Kansas City Chiefs could use a wide receiver. Did you guys see the gambling story that is out there? And this is kind of a big deal, except for the player involved. But otherwise, it is a big deal. And we got ourselves a lifetime suspension. Kind of a nobody. Tucupita Tucupita Marcano. He was on the Padres as this news broke, but the news broke from the time he was a Pittsburgh Pirate, and he was on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he has been suspended for life from Major League Baseball for betting on baseball, including wagering on games that were involving the Pittsburgh Pirates, the team that he was on. Now, when he made these bets, he was on the injured list. So it wasn't like he was out there affecting the outcome. And it also, he wasn't even good at betting on baseball. You'd figured he'd have some inside dope. He was terrible at it. Marcano, currently a member of the San Diego Padres, was found to have placed 387 baseball bets, including 231 MLB-related wagers between October 16th, 2002 and November 1st, 2003. He wagered a grand total of over $150,000. 25 of those bets included wagering on Pirate games when he was on the team's major league roster. He did not appear in any of those games. Not that that fact has prevented him from being banned for life. He was receiving medical treatment at PNC Park during the time. He is the first active major leaguer banned under the sports gambling provision since New York Giants outfielder Jimmy O'Connell in 1924. So, that's officially 100 years. It's been 100 years since an active major leaguer got caught betting on active major league games, but they got him, and he was awful at that. Marcano bet almost exclusively on the outcomes of games and lost all of his parlay bets involving the Pirates, winning just 4.3% of all of his baseball-related bets, according to the league. He was a 95% loser with the inside information that only a major leaguer could have access to. That's how hard it is to gamble, boys and girls. Remember, it's for entertainment purposes only. But how about that for a story? Lifetime gambling ban. No longer a rambling, gambling man. Little Bob Seger, silver bullets. These guys never learn. Never learn. I mean, it seems like most of them don't do it, but the ones who do it are just terrible. But it's amazing. This guy who's basically a nobody who baseball can dispose of and discard quickly, they find out about this at 9 a.m. and he's suspended for life by 10 a.m. Where, Shohei Ohtani was given a little bit more grace. I think Shohei Ohtani might mean a little bit more to Major League Baseball than this guy. AJ, you're right. He should have connected. Should have connected with Shohei's guy. Leslie saying, I'm sure it's a gorgeous day in San Francisco. It's going to be super hot up in Sonoma. Again, if it's warm in my neighborhood, the marina is banging. And yeah, it probably is a little too hot to trot up in Sonoma, Napa, out in the East Bay. Probably cooking over there. Perfect day in San Francisco. It really is. JJ's like, look, if it ain't about Shohei, I don't care. Pretty good though, right? Pretty good. It's a pretty good story. Guy's making about 400 bets on baseball. He lost like basically 385 of them. Very good point here from Tobin saying, Damon, anything but Mahomes' younger brother. Yeah, that guy, he's pretty annoying. I'm glad that we don't have to deal with him at all. Ocean View Coffee Shop, straight to the show. Ocean View Coffee Shop. Where are you? Where is that Ocean View? We might need an official SIP sponsor. Skills. Mahomes' half brother. Hopefully he doesn't force himself on women. Oh boy. See? SF Indigo stuck on the 14th floor all day. Hope those windows work. Hope you can get those windows open. Hey, skills report. My mom turned 71 today. She wanted to go to last A's game. I'm going to take her and my kid. Should be interesting. A's Mariners. I mean, that's the thing that sucks. It's a gorgeous day. Wouldn't it be great to just be able to walk into a baseball game in Oakland and just enjoy yourself in the vacuum of that day and not have to worry about giving money to John Fisher or setting up your kid to root for a team that's going to abandon your kid, bring your mom to say goodbye to a team that's about to abandon her after her lifetime of being an A's fan? I just wish all the anxiety and the pressures that go along with going to an A's game could vanish and you could just enjoy baseball again. But that can't happen. No baseball can be enjoyed as long as John Fisher has his finger on the scale. Can't do it. What else we got? Be like Ike. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, you do want to be like Ike. You certainly want to live like Ike. You want to eat like Ike. That's my man right there. You want to be a good person like Ike. You put out all the good vibes into the world, it comes back to you. It really does. JJ Rader says, Damon, I hope it's another weed-related promo code. No, not this one. No, I don't think this one is weed-related. But it is going to get you chips and a drink. And if that doesn't goes well with weed, I don't know what does. Postman in Capitola says Albert Breer reporting that Christian McCaffrey is getting a new contract at $19 million per year. Oy, oy, oy! Resetting the running back market. Okay. Did that just get announced while we were on the air here? No wonder why Christian McCaffrey has shown up ready to go. 4 years, 60-ish million for Christian McCaffrey. Worth it. Absolutely worth it. McCaffrey extended. Okay, maybe I do have to do a video. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. But Christian McCaffrey is back with the 49ers for many, many years. That's good because that guy can absolutely play, man. Absolutely play. One last story for you, a guy who might not never play again. And that is Joe Pavelski. Joe Pavelski has all but said that his time in the NHL is over. He has been with the Stars already for 5 years, if you can believe it. He spent his first 13 years, obviously, becoming one of the great San Jose Sharks of all time. He's 39 years old, 18 NHL seasons. The Stars want him back for one more year. Any team would want Pavelski for one more year. He's basically saying he doesn't know if he's got that one more year left in him. 476 goals, 1,068 points, 1,332 career regular season games, a homegrown talent with the Sharks who went on to become one of the single greatest Sharks of all time. The only incomplete is the Stanley Cup on his resume. That's it. He's done it all but won it all. And if Joe Pavelski never skates again, hockey will be worse off for it. And I'll tell you, whoever wants to add Joe Pavelski to their organization as a going forward, coach, ambassador, whatever, that's a hockey lifer right there. Cheers to Joe Pavelski. Nothing wrong with Joe Pavelski. Nobody's got a bad thing to say about him. The respect of an entire league is a hard thing to earn. Joe Pavelski, as respected an American-born hockey player as you will ever come across. Guy was a total stud. Too bad he never was able to win a cup. So look, we're going to be down in Santa Clara tomorrow. We're going to have an awful lot of 49ers news. We're going to have Niner video to relay. We will do a training camp report right from down there. Maybe a cavalcade of your favorite 49er content creators and journalists will be on with me, joining me. We'll be shaking hands, kissing babies, arranging outstanding coverage for the remainder of this offseason as we get closer and closer to the next season. But in the meantime, I have but one order for you today, and that is get outside. Get outside as fast as you can. Gorgeous in the Bay Area, no matter where you're watching. I hope you got a good day too, but thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm going to mow the lawn. Yeah. And that's not like a euphemism. It's not like a code for anything else. What do you, Damon, when you say mow the lawn, what do you mean? I mean mow the lawn. I'm going to mow the lawn. Happy as a clam doing it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys take care of each other. You take care of yourselves. Take care of your communities. Take care of my sponsors. Take care of me by hitting like and subscribe. And please do remember that sports don't build character. They reveal it. And like that, he's